Stand by for the opening night of the National Television Service.
But it's like whenever I would make a joke to you, or whenever we'd make jokes on the Chucklehead show about buying a bunch of things from Walmart, or no, it was that game that we did. It was like that net good or net evil game, like Walmart. And we all voted. Maybe
totally
Jesse and I all
that.
said Walmart was a net bad, and you said it was a net good.
I said that 80% of the set at the time was purchased from Walmart.
We are participants in that. And no, I guess by that
Not
same
anymore.
train of logic, with addiction, I'm like, there's no ethical consumption, so I'm kind of like, anyone who's gonna call out someone on addiction in my brain, even though there are things that are a little more harmful than others, it's like, if you're going to be like, kind of take that bullying tone with someone who's addiction, like, you'd better stay off of TikTok. Like, you'd better not buy any lottery tickets or eat any sugar, you know? Like, if you're gonna say addiction makes you weak, like, you better not do all the things, not just the smoking one, you know?
I disagree.
How so?
I think that there's nothing wrong with, I think there's nothing wrong with holding other people accountable when you are imperfect. I don't think that you have to. I don't think being a hypocrite.
Okay,
is
so
the
in
end of the
general, I
world.
agree with that. In general, I agree with you. You can't what about yourself into like chaos, right? You can't say like, oh, well, this person never does the laundry, but sometimes I forget to take the trash out, so it's like I shouldn't judge them. No, you should be held accountable to take the trash out.
Judge
Someone else
everyone
should be held
harshly and ruin your relationships.
No, but it's like, I don't know. That's actually an interesting starting point, maybe. Like,
You're good.
there's this. So, you know how people online are like, we should bring back bullying to, you know, like promote body health. Like, bring back
I've heard
bullying against
Joe
fat
Rogan,
people.
yeah.
So, I don't know where you stand. I think that shame will usually hurt you more than it'll help you. But clearly, I don't know what's going to help you yet. But I have been hurt by that shame. So, I'll say that much. So, I guess on that level, so I agree with you. There's a point where everyone needs to be held accountable, but there's also a point where holding people accountable in a harsh way is counterproductive. So I guess initially, do you agree with overly negative assessments of someone's weight being counterproductive to weight loss? Is the first thing.
I think it depends on your relationship with the person.
A random person online encouraging you to lose weight by bullying you. Do you feel this is productive or counterproductive to weight loss?
Productive or counterproductive to weight loss?
Yeah, like if
probably depends on the person. If like
to you, fine. Speak personally.
The point that I would speak personally.
Oh, I will say the point you were trying to make first.
I would say it wouldn't. For me personally, I don't think it would make a difference at all.
For me personally, I think mass negativity would make me feel less likely to do anything. I feel like encouragement, and I guess maybe this is a little too metaphorical, but
You know what? Sorry, I'll let you finish.
no, you got to explain what you're laughing about. My point: if you giggle in the middle of one of my fucking points, you can't be like, no, finish.
It had nothing
Go
to do.
on.
I'm not.
No.
making fun of you
I
at
know.
all.
I'm just saying it is demoralizing, regardless of your intentions, my friend.
Under the question of if fat shaming would help or be counterproductive in the realm of me losing weight, I would say that it either wouldn't have an effect or, I mean, either it wouldn't have an effect or it would help, because clearly no fat shaming isn't doing anything. Either I'm not gonna, if someone fat shames me,
But I
I'm not
wouldn't
gonna
say
gain more weight. You know what I mean? So it's either a net positive or I'm back exactly where I am.
I wouldn't
It's
say
like,
you have no fat shaming. You're definitely self-conscious about your weight, just like I
I don't
am.
get shamed for it.
No, but you shame yourself, and that is a result.
That's not what you're talking about,
That
though.
is but that is a result of learned behavior from society.
That's a result of me being tired at work all the time,
No,
needing
it's the
naps.
same root. So you're saying if you were unemployed, you would go on a diet and you would treat that as your job? Because
If I was unemployed, I'd eat a lot less. Fuck yeah. If I'm going to a
So-
service call, I'll buy fast food as a way of like making me feel less
using
shitty
food as a
about the
coping
position.
mechanism is definitely a valid and separate thing, but I think the overarching point.
Also, I forget to eat when I'm just like on my computer editing or something.
Well,
Whereas if I'm at work, I'm like stoked for lunch. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Well, I take those 2 points, and tell me if you'd agree or disagree, but I take those 2 points to almost be to speak to like greater principles, which is when you're feeling stressed and unhappy and food is going to be the happiness, you're very excited for it. But when you're feeling content with the work that you're doing, or at least fully immersed in it, you don't even think about food because you don't need that dopamine hit. You're already getting enough fulfillment or whatever you need to go on from the work that you're doing that you actually kind of enjoy.
What's your point?
Food in and of itself is a dopamine rush.
Sure,
It
but
is
how does
that
that
you
relate to the
are in a
conversation we're
negative
having?
situation more likely to gravitate towards food than in a positive situation. So therefore, people making your situation more inherently negative will make you more likely to gravitate towards food to give you that hit of dopamine. As where if someone makes your situation positive, then you are less likely to think about food because you have other positive things to think about.
How about this? Fat shaming would, and if I had to guess, I think it would help me lose weight, but I don't know if it'd help me be happier. How about that?
I think it would help you lose weight in the short term. But so you're like, I don't think that's true. Whenever I, like, for example, when we were talking about doing stand-up comedy, and I'm trying to be a little more encouragemental, and you can cut this out, but like, and I'm trying to, okay, fair enough. But like, when I'm trying to be more encouragemental to you, I just know you don't like to publicize every single thing that we talk about. But
I
when
think that's
I'm,
you, dog. If I edited, oh, I won't say anything. Never mind. I think you're the only one who's had us cut things out, dog. It's fine. Talk, dude. We're chill.
I think that. No, it's like when I'm trying to encourage you to do more stand-up comedy, and you are like you're being really down on yourself in that regard, and I'm saying, Zach, get your ass out there. Come on, you got to get to the club. And you've said before, Julian, that does not help me. It actually makes me feel worse. So by the same logic, wouldn't someone saying get your lazy ass to, how does it different?
Because I don't think about how I don't think about how bad it is to be fat. I don't think that being fat is. I more think about how cool it would be to be in shape.
So
rather than,
that I think is much healthier. Yes.
Whereas when I think about stand-up, I never feel like I'm ever doing.
For example, and
enough,
I'll
no
just
matter
be
what I'm
honest because I mean, what the fuck else we could do? Like, I had a hard
Lie.
time. I had a hard.
doing. Put up a mask. There's lots of things. Edit this part out.
Costume, as Le French say. No, but I had like a hard time getting up those 3
Did you
flights
say
of stairs
mask
to my
in
apartment.
French?
What I got, no, costume actually means suit, but yeah. So, I had a hard time getting up those 3 flights of stairs to my apartment, and I've had less of a hard time now, and I feel really good about myself. It's just one of those little things. I actually feel better in my day today, and that is encouraging to me, and that's what actually allows me to keep that 20 pounds off, so I can like feel a little bit better, you know? And it's just from there. So I totally agree with you that it's like the good things about being more in shape are what's going to motivate you over the bad things. I just think that like that bullying, as you refer to, I don't know. I think people online are so mean-spirited. Like whenever people say bring bullying back, they just want to say fucked up shit.
You know, if someone were to say
Maybe
that,
that's my greater point. Maybe if you and I were to hold each other accountable for our food consumption, that wouldn't bother me as much as a totally disinterested party trying to hold me accountable, because they're not trying to they just want to feel good about themselves. Best case scenario, they want to feel good about themselves by helping, and worst case scenario, they want to feel good about themselves by talking shit.
I'll get to you in a second, Megan. That is what I said at the very beginning. Just want to point that out. Go ahead, Megan.
I was going to say that the thing he's saying where you see someone comment, we need to bring bullying back, I've only ever really seen that on like kinks and like people doing like really, really weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
So
I never really seen
so
on weight stuff.
Right, he's
On
talking.
body
He's
positivity
connecting a
stuff,
few
there are
things.
Comments. People will comment, and you see the nasty stuff. Like
Yeah.
we don't really look at
I
that
don't
stuff.
look at that
exactly.
stuff.
We don't look at the bottom feeder stuff and down at all the comments. They like to feed off of that. So
Yeah, no,
I just see my man titties on camera, and I like.
it's true. But I'm so like.
Sorry, let's let them have their side conversation.
It's like somebody's doing something really weird, like kink play, or like pretending to be like a little purse like a little kid, whatever. I don't know, that kind of stuff.
I understand you. What's your point?
My point is, what do you think about that?
So, well, I think she was saying that the context in which that phrase "let's bring bullying back"
It's less
used
about fat people and more
is less about fat people and more about I'm
people
gonna
doing
kind of
weird
say
things that
queer
make them
presenting
happy.
people. It is kinky too. It is kinky independent of like your romantic identity. But I think there are a lot of people just with rainbow hair who people comment, "Let's bring bullying back."
Rainbow hair.
That sure is a weird color.
I
Let's
guess
bring it
that's
back.
some gay stuff too, yeah.
My grandfather would look at you weird if you dyed your hair that color.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back.
You can't be different in this world.
Yeah.
You can't be different.
I just want to be different.
You can't be fucking different in this world anymore, man.
I'm not like other girls. We're the weirdos, mister.
Dude, I just love.
I wish you could hear the
cannot
birds, you
hear it on
guys.
camera. It's fucking wild. The birds will hear. So
We'll just hear.
like legit low key. It sounds like our neighbors are fucking
Will you
hard.
please
it's,
put
it's
in-
insane.
I heard you edit videos. That scene of Obi-Wan Kenobi riding that lizard thing in episode 3 that goes, oh, oh, oh. That's what we're fucking hearing from the bedroom every 10 minutes. And I'm just turning around hoping to hear hello there, and I never do.
Oh fucking hell. I think that you can be back to the
Yeah.
back to the bullying conversation. I disagree with you. I think you can be weird now a lot. I'm fucking up the sentence. I think it's easier to be different now than at any other point in history.
Fully agree.
That's not what
Absolutely.
they said.
Oh,
No. What there's
It's not what Megan said.
Megan said that she see the videos that her and I see that are referencing the line that Julian is using, bring back bullying. We see those videos of like kinky things, and that's where we have seen them.
she's purely saying she doesn't
She
see it.
said you can't be weird. You can't be
Yeah,
different.
she was just joking that's she was making a joke about those comments that all of these people that are in their like 50s and 60s hate all of the people who are changing their names and changing their pronouns, and that's
I understand,
the people
Lily.
that
You're all
there's-
good.
Okay, well you were just saying
You
that-
didn't understand?
We
10
can,
seconds
Well, we
ago.
can elaborate this to, hey, Zach, I wasn't being serious. End of conversation. There, we're good. There you go. See, there you go. Well, then, sure. I guess I agree with you. I mean, I don't think it's just like gay people. I think it's just anyone who does something weird that makes them happy.
Yeah, anyone
That's
who
okay.
does
She
something.
said
Yeah.
you can't be different.
This is a joke.
Yeah. But you're not.
Are you fucking with me now?
No one's saying you're wrong. They're just saying you misinterpreted the initial thing that you went off of.
Yeah, we've established that.
Yeah. So why are you like? What's
Because
this? What's
she
this?
said it again.
What's this?
Why do you get so defensive of Lily?
'Cause I
Just
love
let her be. Do you feel like you can't tell me if I were to upset you? Would you feel like you could tell me that I upset you?
Yeah, I can, but like I clearly am explaining something right now. So, and you keep saying that's what I said when it's not. So I was just correcting you.
Do you feel like she can't stand up for herself? Do you feel like she might not? No, this is like a separate, interesting conversation. If you don't want to talk about the dynamic, I
feel
find your
like-
dynamic
I feel
very
like Lily's
interesting.
really polite,
You are
and
very
I feel
polite.
like you're.
It makes it difficult.
So Zach, you're like.
For me a lot in that regard because I do.
No. Let me explain. So Zach, you're like a bull. So if I ask Megan,
What'd you just call me?
Megan, what did you
You're like
think?
a bull.
So yeah, you're like a bull. So if
Am
I
I?
was like Meg, I could get Megan to agree with me. Yeah. I could get Megan
my
to agree
Game
with
of
me by
Thrones banner would be
questioning her
a
the-
ram, not a bull. Thank you very much.
I
Really acting like a bull. He's more acting like an ass, but.
You feel that fire, baby? It's heating up in here.
No, it just sometimes feels like you're.
It's actually very
willfully
cold.
Not listening to what we're saying sometimes. So when I am explaining it.
No, if anything, I over-listened to her. I heard what she said.
If anything, I listen to that broad too much. Am I right? When I should be eating a sandwich. Back on.
No, I just
Tongue out, buddy. Tongue out.
I just took what she said. See, that part got edited out because you wanted
I
the
know.
other conversation not in. But
Because we just can't bring up rape on the podcast. I just don't want to, okay? I just don't want to. Well, some people, you can call me strange for not wanting to bring up rape on the show, but I didn't want to. Zach did. Megan did. I didn't want to.
Can't get that monetized.
Okay, well, you know, now I have to say, you called a rapist not a rapist, and then we corrected you, but the conversation got too deep. And so we cut the whole thing out.
I didn't
You're
know
acting,
a
you're
piece
acting
of
like I was like,
information that
hey,
you
let's
didn't
talk about a
front-load.
rapist.
You know, you could just put you first of all. It was Megan who's just when I said something about Cardi B, and she's like, Cardi B's a
Oh,
rapist.
no, oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to edit this out. Jesus Christ. You can't say that
It's
around
like-
it. Anytime you bring up Cardi B, she has to let everyone know that Cardi B's a rapist. Which is fine. Do your thing. I don't have a problem with that. But that is just, that's a quirk about Megan.
I'm just like a billboard. I feel like people should know.
It'd be like if you bring up someone who's done a sexual crime, it's like Chris Brown. He beats women. Like, so you're just gonna hear her in the background. That's fine. I'm not against it, but you have to like not dig into it because Julian doesn't want us to talk about.
No, it's not even. It was just.
Yo, we playing this fucking game or not, dude? We're just gonna let's just get deep, bro. Yo, fuck icebreakers. We're gonna let's just get deep.
I kind of like the
Philip
icebreakers.
DeFranco.
I like doing
Oh,
2
fuck,
minutes
okay.
of the icebreakers.
We're running out.
because they're useless. Because we know them all.
Fucking dumb.
Maybe we should try to guess the icebreakers for the other person and then do the rest.
guess the answer. Oh, that could be fun.
I like
That's
that.
fun.
That's a good idea.
Fuck that. Let's guess all. No, okay. So the game we're playing is deeper. There's like 3 stages of questions. You're supposed to play it on a date. There's icebreaker questions. There's deep questions. Then deeper questions. Icebreaker is like, what's your favorite color? And then deeper is like, how deep do you want my dick? It's like it gets like. It gets or like,
You
what's
got
your
it.
favorite
No,
position? It gets wild. Okay. Not really.
Don't
It's not that
retract.
wild.
That's
It's
the
fine.
introduction. That's what we've been going for.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go first. Icebreaker. Old music or new music? New music for you.
Actually, I would
Oh,
say
hold on.
old.
What is old music? When I think classical when I hear old music.
I think
you gonna go
before the
rock?
90s.
Before the 90s?
Let's say
Well,
old
you
is
already
before
kind of
the 90s.
answered, so it'd be both.
I already kind of answered. I
Yeah.
think in terms of total listening time, I've listened to more like classic rock and things of the sort than new music.
He asked me to add the entire Beatles discography to his like.
I forgot that you were dating her.
I listened to no, it's not even about her. I listened
he
to
just
a lot
listens
of
to
like
Beatles. He just
a
loves
lot
the
of Beatles, a lot of like Kinks and Bowie and
A
stuff
lot
like
of people
that.
think you're a Beatles hater, so that's very ironic. Like the majority
lot
of
of
our
people
traffic is people
Thinks
dogging
I
on you.
hate the
The
Beatles.
only music
They're
I
gonna
have
be
on
so
vinyl is the
surprised to
Beatles.
learn who my favorite Beatle is, dog.
Yeah, he's named after John Lennon's son. Like,
Are you really?
Not
Not
named after.
but-
No, I'm named
I was
after.
gonna say what a niche ass.
No, I'm named after a character that my mom read in a book because she liked the way my name looked written out.
yeah, he's a villain.
He's kind of he's obscure.
You guys are being vague
From
as
the
shit. You
book
need to be
that
more
I'm thinking of,
specific.
right?
From Jude the
Oh,
Obscure.
no, I'm sorry. I was
That's-
thinking of Flowers in the Attic.
No, well, not. She didn't name me after a VC Angie's
I don't
character.
read that much.
Regards, what were you saying? I'm sorry. Where were we at? Oh, wait,
You
just-
were about to pull an icebreaker and then guess
Right.
it.
Oh no, old music and new, right, Beatle. Yeah. Would you rather your partner help with the dishes or help with laundry? I am going to say with the dishes. You hate dishes more than laundry?
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. I do all the laundry. She does all the dishes.
I have never washed clothes in the last like 2 years.
I choose the same thing.
You probably have at some point. Works. Oh, interesting.
It's hilarious he says that because we don't have a washing machine.
We don't.
Oh, that sucks.
You know, we have outside laundry. So sometimes we'll do.
You have it in the building, right?
In the building.
That's a
$4
huge
a
difference.
load.
It's $4 each
that's-
piece. That's very sad.
I usually play 100. Oh fuck.
On Amazon, you can find the keys
On
for
my
washing
face.
and just unlock it, and then like they just sell it. Like figure out the model. And I'm not even joking.
No, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like master. I've seen TikToks
buy
on
the
like master.
key. Free laundry.
Yeah.
Free laundry.
You guys shouldn't use the word master key. It's actually racist. But moving on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, is it really? Are you joking? Is this like a pun for you?
I'm being silly because it's silly. It's like me saying I'm bisexual. It's like me saying I'm bisexual. It's like, okay, yeah, like it's like the okay technically, right? Because like, okay, everyone would fuck a guy. They just haven't met a guy they want to fuck. It's ridiculous. It's silly to live your life that way, but it is technically correct. That the master bedroom. Where do you think that came from? There's master cylinders and slave cylinders because a master or the slave listens to the master. It is totally like racist, but like no one really like.
So
Here's
wait,
my
it's
question.
fine.
You call a key that opens everything of something. What do you call
I'm
it?
saying motherfucker. You think I don't say gypped?
No,
like I
no.
say lots of things. I'm
no,
just I'm being silly.
No, yeah,
I'm
you
being
guys
silly.
are pressing him on the wrong part of it. If you choose what Zach will say, that's not the problem we have right now.
What do you call keys, Zach? I call them. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop on my head, dog.
I'm just saying there wasn't really a need to correct it if there wasn't another word to say.
No,
That
what?
was the joke.
I'm actually no. I'm.
Hey,
taking-
Lily, I was kidding. No, how's it feel? No, I'm joking. Okay, Julian, defender. Okay, back to my question. Work to live or live to work?
I feel like this is kind of easy.
Neither for about 2 months. No, I'm kidding. Live to work.
Probably live to work. Huh? Probably live to work in the end. I remember. I think of the biggest difference, like the most substantial conversation I've ever had around this is being with like Isan and learning that he didn't have some sort
My
of
hands are
dream
cold.
job. He just wanted to live well.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, that's so different from what I want. So definitely live to work for sure.
I
Like-
think that sounds more like work to live.
Well,
I think he lives to work. I think you work to live.
I think about work to live as being your job is just a job, and you dedicate a certain amount of your life so you
I had
can
it
fully enjoy
backwards.
the other
I
part
had
of
it backwards.
That-
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
And live to
I
work
was
is
done.
like you want to work at your passion.
You're right. I'm done.
But yeah, I would say you're correct. All right. Skydive or scuba dive?
Fucking neither. Oh, I wasn't supposed to. Okay,
I'm
well,
supposed
okay.
to
That
guess.
doesn't give him. If I had to pick, he has no idea, right?
Okay, so I don't know. I'm going to pick the one I'd pick if I were being the one that's technically safer, which is skydiving.
What?
I'd pick.
Oh, I'd go scuba diving.
Okay, I think
sure.
you're way
Fuck
more
that.
likely to kill yourself getting the bend scuba diving than you are forgetting to pull your cord skydiving.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I can go scuba diving in a swimming pool. You have to jump out of a plane. Like, there's not like.
Okay, what are we calling scuba? Because I could jump.
Okay, I could go in like a shallow. I'm not going cave scuba diving. It's just like a shallow. Like, there's levels of scuba diving. You're jumping out of something. You know what I mean? There's no like safe version
guess
of.
I just think of-
unless it's like building jumping or that's base jumping. That's way
So
fucking scary.
I don't know the statistics on scuba diving, but the way my brain thinks of it is if you're more likely to die driving to it, then it's safe to do. Like if I ever get a little anxious on a plane, I'm like, you were more likely to die on your drive to the airport than you are in a plane crash. So it's very statistically unlikely that this is going to be the moment where you die. And I've heard the same thing about skydiving. You're more likely to die on your drive to the skydiving range than you are, hitting the ground. So I think scuba diving is a little more dangerous than that. I could be wrong. I'd actually be curious to see which is more dangerous.
I have the highest chance of going into cardiac arrest when I jump out of the fucking plane.
Yes.
I'm joking. No, I don't want to jump out of a plane.
Well, I was going to say,
Very
are you
scary.
more scared? Are you especially?
Fuck yeah, I don't want to fall.
Well, no. But I mean, like fear of heights, compared to like your fear of spiders. Like
No, I don't have a fear
one
of
wants to
heights. I have a
fall
fear of
from a
falling.
great height. Yeah, I have a fear of hitting the ground really hard.
There's a
Like,
difference, Julian. Some people can't get into it. Like, they can't stand. Some people couldn't go to the Space Needle. They'd be scared. They'd be
Yes.
terrified or petrified.
Do you get that feeling in the bottom of your feet whenever you stand, like, I remember, actually, was it
feel it
together?
in my
We went up to
balls.
a skyscraper in Bellevue.
Where do you feel it?
Feel it in your balls? Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Ovaries?
When I get scared of heights,
Yeah.
I feel it at the
No,
bottom of my
you know what it
feet,
is?
like my feet
No,
are
you know what it is?
ticklish.
It's that moment in the roller coaster where you go up over and you're in zero gravity for like half a second.
Really?
You don't feel that in your balls?
No, I actually don't. I feel
Maybe
like
that's
my
why I don't want to
feet
jump out of a plane.
are-
Just 10 minutes of.
Ah, my balls! Ah, my balls! Ah, my balls!
That's like
Yeah.
kind of in. So that feeling is literally your organs lifting out of the air a little bit. So
I got big
it is
balls,
your-
so it's just the gravity releasing my nutsack.
It's just 15 pounds lighter. Wow.
That's what it is.
I can take on the world today, baby. Yeah.
I actually get more of that sensation when I'm like walking, like I have to walk onto my elevator at work a lot, and if I move at all, like take a step while it's moving, I do feel that falling sensation more. Why the fuck are you laughing?
You made me think of something funny to say. Let me giggle, you two.
No.
Okay, I'll say it.
I hate your boyish giggle. Fuck you.
I went on a man lift with one of my coworkers, and she was getting really uneasy about it, and so of course I like I like jumped a little bit, and then it fucking broke, and we're like stuck in the sky. Well, what was great that we were still over the building, and we were probably only like 5 feet in the air, and so she was able.
Thing to freak people. If there's like a glass floor, I'll be like, because
I'd be scared with you doing that too, dog. I'd be like, you stay away from me.
Well, my brain
Get
is,
away.
And I don't know this, but the way my head works is I'm like, this has to be the strongest part of the floor by like 1,000,000%. There's no way that this is the weak point that I'm standing on right now. This part made of fucking plexiglass is not the weak point of the building.
See,
that's how I look, and so I'm just going over like. You have downstairs neighbors. Yeah, but like the point is.
Yes, I do.
The point is, I'm like stomping on that fucker. I'm testing it out.
All right, let's go to deep. Is it me or you?
It's you.
Me. How big of a family do you want of your own? 2 kids. Are we still guessing?
And we're not guessing for deep. I didn't think. But
Oh, whatever.
okay.
Am I right?
I thought 4 kids, actually.
4 kids?
Well, so not necessarily. My aspiration is I really liked having a brother. I really liked having siblings. So I've always thought and I've always had this more the merrier mentality. So definitely 2, but up to 4.
That is such an upper class answer. Am I wrong, you
That's
guys?
such a male answer. Like aspirationally, I'd love my wife to shoot out 4.
I'll
Wealthy male. I'll take that into my.
Yeah, no, she'll do that. She'll take care of that for 36 months. It's fine. I'll be golfing. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's I would say that's again very aspirational. Like you said, like I'm not positive, but it's like, you know, it's like how many dogs do you want? It's like a bunch. I like them. You know, I don't know.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's different.
They have social security cards.
Yeah, your dog's not going to college.
y'all acted like this is a plan that's gonna go into effect in like February, and it just isn't.
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah. Never mind. We're done. You can go.
What's one of your simple pleasures? Watching YouTube and eating Arby's.
No.
Yes.
Arby's is pretty simple.
Is YouTube a simple pleasure?
Is every pleasure you have it? Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to think of something more nuanced than that. I feel like if you were to say playing video games or watching TV, that just doesn't sound like when I think of a simple pleasure, that doesn't come to mind.
No, okay, you're right. Okay, something more simplistic
Natural
like
in a
that.
way.
Yeah. I get. Yeah.
Scratching your ball sack.
Spoken like
That was
a
a
woman
funny
who's
answer.
looked over a lot of the time to go. Ugh. Okay, I'm trying to think of this for myself.
Checking YouTube analytics.
I always think of something easy, like, you know, when you eat pudding and it just tastes really nice and it's simple and it's just pudding.
Pudding's really good, yeah.
Pudding's delicious and it's, you
A
know.
good glass of water first thing in the
Yeah,
morning.
when you're thirsty and you drink water, that's a simple pleasure. You guys are overcomplicating it.
Overcomplicating
my
the
favorite
simple thing.
simple pleasure is a lot of the time.
I live a life of pain.
When you're cooking. I'm sorry, I just got that from Robert Pattinson's Batman. I thought whenever I'm cooking, and all my cooking peeps know what I'm talking about, and you get like really in sync with the heat that you're cooking at, like either cooking on a pan or a grill, and you can tell really, like you flip your steak over and it's got like a perfect sear on it. You're like, yeah, motherfucker, I nailed it. I know exactly how long it's gonna take to do the other side. Like where you're just in sync with the process of like cooking, specifically how hot your equipment is, because I find that's one of the most difficult parts of cooking for me. Yeah, that's one of my simple pleasures.
I feel similarly with my
Oh yeah, you get that, Megan, right? When you're in control.
Or when everything comes out hot for the meal.
Yeah,
It's
when
like,
everything's
ready?
out at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah.
For me, my simple pleasures are all about time. Like I could make a simple cup of coffee in my French press, but if I have the time to like use my pour over and like use my kettle and get a nice blend, it's really nice. It's satisfying. It's really, I think a simple pleasure doesn't have to be something that's just like, oh yeah, it's just nice, but it's like something that you don't necessarily have to do. It's just a little thing that makes your day a little bit nicer.
Yeah. Is it giggling? Is yours fucking giggling, you monster?
You hit every green light.
That's also a simple. Yeah, that's a good simple
It's like
pleasure.
a-
Every
it's
green light.
Nice. And then the opposite of simple pleasure is when you hit every red light.
No, it's like a complicated, like dirt biking.
8 red lights.
Just one.
Mine
I didn't
aren't,
even say the simplest or the most.
mine aren't very good. Oh, just what?
Having perfect change.
Oh, that's fun. I love that. As a cashier, I
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
that
yeah,
as well.
exactly.
It means I don't get a tip, but it's really fun.
Or just like when you make a joke to a stranger and it lands, and you're never gonna know how funny they really thought it was, but like the interaction's done and it was a success. They didn't like get confused. No, that's just me.
No, I feel that. You say something and they don't understand, and then you have to awkwardly repeat like the dad joke that you just tried.
Yeah, when they're like, I don't get it, and you're like, no, then you don't get to, because that was my one attempt, and it clearly wasn't that good. I'm not saying you missed out, but it's not for you then.
Yeah. Zach, you're really struggling.
Just
I don't
water.
think he has any pleasure.
Water. Cold water. It's cold water. That's my guess.
This is real good content.
It's the ice machine, isn't it? That I got you for your birthday.
Ice machine's nice.
Wait, Zach, turn your hat around.
I'm kind of at the point though, Megan, where it's gone from appreciative to I just expect it though. I'm being honest. It's the enjoyment is it's just an expectation.
Megan,
now.
did you buy him an ice machine for his birthday without you asking him?
I think it was for my birthday.
It was for your birthday.
Did you buy it without him asking for it?
Yeah.
You're the perfect person for it. Wow, you nailed it. That's exactly just when if you had told me like I'm getting him an ice machine, I'm like he would love that. That's
We went to San
That's the
Diego.
type of shit you cream your pants over. And she remembered.
My grandma had one, and I was like, this.
I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, she didn't need to pull it out of thin air.
Oh, okay. Here's a simple pleasure. Crawling into a made bed.
Okay, yeah,
I really like that
Yeah.
a lot.
That's cute.
That brings me a lot of joy.
That's some good shit. I agree with that. So, untucking it like a hotel.
I was
did it
trying to
for you.
really find that feeling. I was really digging deep and genuinely trying to find something that like gave me that feeling of a
Snuggled
simple
up in-
pleasure.
in clean sheets.
Because sometimes that feeling just comes and you're just like, I'm like really content right now.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting on your balcony, you hear the birds chirp and it's nice weather. But that's not like really, you can't really label that as like a
On
simple
that
pleasure.
same note, I'm gonna go with it's kind of a memey one, but it's still true. Waking up and seeing that it's 4 or 5 a.m. and you get to go back to bed for a little bit, as opposed to waking up.
Not me.
30 minutes. I knew you were gonna say some shit like that. I knew you were gonna say some shit like that.
Zach gets up to his alarm.
The first time?
Motherfucker.
My alarms are bad, dude.
So I was gonna say, aren't they all like that? Because I was gonna pick some whack ass time like 2, and then I was like, no, he probably doesn't have to get up at 5
Those times
every
you don't have
morning.
to get up at like 6. No, that's some shit you say now. Oh man, we can move on. No, it's more that
I got an Indeed ad. It was like HVAC repair technician or no installer or something like that.
you could do it. I have a class. Not everything is about the healthier end, but I have a classmate that is more out of shape than you, and he like fucking gets after it just fine. So
No, I mean,
you could do it if you wanted.
I'm sure it's mostly you're given
would suck,
service
but-
elevators, and I'm sure it's
Elevators?
more about your ability to
Oh.
pick up something 50 plus pounds than it is about your ability to like run for a mile.
Most of the time, yeah. I mean, there are some scenarios where like we have some small guys in the crew, and we're like, "Fucking call Scott!"
Yeah,
Like because Scott's ass is going in that hole, dude.
No, I get what
my ass is not fitting back there, and that's even for just like me
No.
or people that are even smaller than me.
No, most of the time. I mean, honestly, I've never been in an interaction with a smaller or fitter person where they've been unhappy, where they've been like, no, you do it yourself, man. And maybe everyone's just being polite, you know, but it's like, in my experience, like, I've always been the lifter or the put up higher, and someone else is the runner. Or, you know, it's like, it's always divvied up that way. And unless someone resents me a lot for it, then I haven't seen any blowback.
Cool. My turn or your turn? Your turn. I think I just did how big a family. Did you,
No,
simple
I did
pleasure,
simple pleasures.
We're getting. Let's go to deeper. We have a lot of deeper guards that we try to climb.
Oh
through.
yeah, my God, yeah.
Let's get fucking weird. Oh shit. It doesn't really matter. All right. Who in your life do you? Oh fuck. All right. Oh, here's the fun thing. This is like apples to apples. I'm gonna say my answer first, and then I say the question.
Okay.
I don't
like
know what
Jeopardy.
fun.
Yeah.
Like Jeopardy. I think the answer is me. And the question is, who in your no, it's not okay. Whatever. It's funny to say me. Who in your life do you feel most judged by?
I'm also gonna say you.
Are you really?
No.
I thought you would have said your dad or your girlfriend.
I'm right here.
That's
Say
fine.
my name.
I would say
No.
your partner probably judges most people. Like most people's partners is probably the
No,
most,
I
or
was
like
just
their
saying,
parents.
referring to me as your girlfriend when I'm right here. That's all I was saying.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do
No,
that
no.
to you.
I was kidding.
Hi, Julian's dad.
Concept of you, not necessarily.
Yeah, the concept.
No, to
of
be
you.
fair, that
I
is-
didn't say Peter.
No, that is just
But
how
you are
Zach
here.
talk. That
You
is
are here.
Zach does say hi, Julian's dad every single time. So that's
Okay,
that's
I
not,
do
that's
that
not about you
ironically.
as much.
I do that ironically.
I know
though.
it's not because
I'm
you're
25.
I
and
know it's
funny.
not because you're so inept. That's what you have to call him, but you still do it. And I was more just trying to diffuse.
You ever
things.
feel awkward and so you like lean into it more to make it feel like, hey, the awkwardness doesn't have to be weird, so I'm gonna make it even more awkward. You ever do that?
What is your
judged
dad?
by?
Peter.
Oh, it's Peter.
Peter, pumpkin eater.
I don't know who I feel like. I mean, I would say, I guess there's two answers, right? Because I mean,
God, no, I shouldn't have said that so loud. That just totally peaked. I'm sorry. I could have said it back here and it would have been
But
just
when-
as funny.
like, I mean, sure, I think that my dad has like maybe a high standard, but not in this way that I would like, you know, some people like, oh, my parents have impossibly high
yeah.
standards. Not in this way, but I would say my answer is kind of a split between I feel the most judged by other people, but that's probably all me making that up. So in the end, I'm going to kind of agree with, like, I feel like
I'm gonna agree. You're a piece of shit.
I'm
Zach.
gonna
No,
agree
kidding.
in the end, and you only reinforce that, motherfucker. Still you. No, but like I'm gonna say that I feel the most judged by other people, but I'm probably doing a lot of legwork there on my own.
I had the same exact thought.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Like, yeah, myself, kind of. Yeah,
So you're just
exactly.
saying outside influences because he said, "Who do you feel?" So you just
Yeah,
said
him.
Oh, just yourself.
Julian Thompson.
Okay.
I would.
Because you said others.
He judges
so I just
himself.
thought you meant-
Society.
Yeah,
No,
society.
I don't
Is
mean-
that what you mean? Is that? Do you mean other like
Society.
outside people that you don't?
He-
know?
Can I put on the Joker
he
makeup
think-
before
he
I say
thinks-
society again?
I think two bad things about Julian. Julian thinks that I think four bad things about him, so he's making up two of those things.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you do fuck up those two things. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Just didn't really answer the question.
Yeah, it's somewhat specific. I couldn't
fun
think of a
question.
specific person though. Like,
I can.
I mean, I'm judging you right now. For
Yeah,
having
it's-
a
you-
big mouth, right?
Well, no, I could list a lot of people. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, everyone's judging you in a way. It was good. Again, this is a quote that my friend Damon read in a book, but it's like, read in a book.
You missed
in
all
a
the
book,
Dash,
a
Wayne
book.
Gwetz, John gets it. What the fuck was that
Zach,
Michael
stop
Scott
giggling.
joke?
He read it in a book, okay? And it was, you never did as well as you thought you did or as poorly as you think you did.
I'm just laughing because you could have just said from a book. You say, hey, my buddy read a book one time. There's this quote. It was like the Michael
told
Scott
it to
quote.
me.
Joke. It was the Michael Scott quote.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You
The
missed
Michael,
100%
yeah.
of this guy.
No, I get exactly what, wait, will you put that in? Higher Jedi videos.
Maybe, Joe. I don't know.
You
We'll
miss
see
100%
how- we'll see
of
how
the
I
shots.
feel.
You don't take Michael Jordan, Michael Scott. Yeah.
Was it Michael Jordan? I thought it was
I
the hockey
think-
player. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Wayne Gretzky. Yes, it is
Wayne
Gretzky.
Gretzky. I couldn't think of the fucking first name. Anyways.
Was it myself?
Sure. Yeah. Your card. See, I stuttered. I don't know why. I don't have a stutter.
Who was the last person to see you cry?
Do I count?
No.
Yeah.
I was crying. Was I crying today? Was that today or yesterday? I went down a TikTok rabbit hole of veterans' dogs, seeing them when they. No. This was like legit today or yesterday. And what really
This is like whenever I have a free moment.
or like just like them going to like school and like
I need to feel.
Every time after I jerk off, I need to feel like a human again. So it's just veterans dogs, and then I'm like, whew, soul still intact. Thank God.
If I were to say outside of that, it's probably Megan. Can't think.
I mean, I'd say
time.
probably Lily.
When's the
We
last time I
live
cried
together
in front of
consistently, so it'd be weird if it was like.
If
Not weird. I mean, I know there's some.
Say God again.
If it wasn't myself or Megan, who's the third last person I cried in front of?
That's an
I
interesting
would
one.
guess
Yeah.
a parent.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a reason for it not to be a parent. Parent or partner, I guess I'll say.
I cry in public like too much to know.
I can't think of anything.
Probably a
Definitely
parent.
Julian.
Like
It was definitely Julian sometime.
it was.
Probably yesterday
Yeah, I mean,
when I thought I lost my
probably my
tampons.
mom, because my mom and I, like, my mom is more the one who I'd vent to about something. Like, I normally talk to my dad and try to develop like a pragmatic solution, I guess. So I'd say outside of Lily, probably my mom. Like, maybe it was Cameron.
Oh, it'd be Isan.
But I'm really doubtful. Yeah.
Isan for sure.
That's how you want. Yeah.
It'd be Megan and then Isan. I haven't cried in front of. I haven't had a reason to cry in front of my mom.
You cried at work?
Yeah, but that wasn't in front of anyone. Fuck yeah, I was alone. You can't give those blue collar fuckers anything. Yeah, I'd never outlive that. Hey, what, you little bitch? You gotta cry? You got feelings? Fucking
Cry at work.
dumbass. What do you get?
I'm just gonna go cheat on my wife more. What do you talk? She cries all the time. What a fucking bitch. Am I right?
Dude, he said he would come on and talk about cheating on his wife, and I'm like, dude, it'd be so funny.
I want both of us on the same end of the table. And this,
Oh my, dude, I'm
and
telling
husband
you,
of the
I don't
year
know-
right over there.
I don't know if the energy would do it justice, but Julian, I'm telling you, I have this conversation with Megan all the time. We're like, it is bad, but the way it's so funny.
The thing is, it's
To
one
just
of those things.
dude, it's the
It's
funniest
so
thing
hard
ever.
to cut a
Oh
rug,
my
or to
God.
cut a rug, to like cut a cloth between
Holy
like.
shit. It's the way
What
you
I
say it.
think of as like you are a clown to me, but you be like in the sense of you are living this and it's very funny, but I don't respect any of it. Versus, wow, man, that's so based. You just said that, like, you know.
I like him a lot.
Well, no, right.
And
I'm not even
that's
saying
where it
you
even goes
can't
down the
like a
lane of, like,
person
I like
who's
him a lot.
objectively
It's
wrong.
bad that he does that, and it's fucking hilarious the way he's hilarious. He's fun to work with. He's fun to hang out with. He does bad things, and the way he does the bad things is hilarious. Like legit. His wife called him. They talked on the phone for a minute. He's like, all right. I'll talk to you later. We'll see when you get home. Bye. Look at this bitch I was fucking. Like, it's legit like that fast, dude. It's like immediate. It just blows my mind. It's the craziest shit ever. It's fucking wild. What were we talking about? Let's save this for a different time.
Last person to see you cry, it was
He
Isan.
was talking about fucking this chick that he was cheating on his wife with and then making eye contact with the dog. And it was just, dude, it was just wild. I can't do it justice. But just the story of like, and Andy's got a Louisiana accent. And it's just the
Wait,
funniest
Zach,
thing.
baseball background before you talk about it. There you go. Okay, now you're just
No. Whose turn is it? Mine?
Yours.
Mine. All right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna change this question a little bit. This is dumb. I don't want to do that one.
Okay. Change it entirely. Then.
I did. What is it? Yeah, just make up a question. What is an aspect of yourself you've seen improve since dating me? What is the biggest...
No, okay, actually, no. Let's do it. But starting this show. Starting toe.
Okay. Being nicer about shutting ideas down.
No, aspect of me you've seen improve.
No, I'm asking you.
You're asking me an aspect of you've seen improve.
What is an aspect of yourself?
Oh, an aspect of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
changed
say
it to be right.
being more what's the word? It's kind of like, and maybe you could disagree with this. And maybe you would. No, but being more to the point with what I'm saying a little bit. Kind of
At
just
least you're conscious of it.
getting to the argument of, like, what is it? Not dancing around arguments that we're having in a bunch of theoretical ways. Just being like, I think you're wrong for the facts that I believe, and then getting into the theory. So
I'm
think
very
I've done
grateful that you put energy into that.
because, man, oh man, would this be a Picasso fucking painting of a podcast if you just rambled on, you little bitch.
Your card.
What is something about you that you think is important for your partner to know?
Man, gotta go to therapy for this one. It's important for you to know. I mean, there's nothing new. The fuck? There's nothing. If I feel like there's something important, I've already said it.
He wears hats.
Oh,
My
Really got me.
My demons.
I'm gonna buy the most ridiculous hat for you.
You already have one that has like little ropes on it.
That's a little what?
It's got like little ropes on
My
it.
dick's hat?
I'm gonna say it.
Yes,
No,
that one.
it's not that you have to sleep in front of a mirror. Okay. What is the most important trait in a friend and why?
Most important. Okay, hold on. It's gonna get really fundamental. What is the most important trait in a friend?
So
In a friend.
and maybe this is. I don't know, maybe this is kind of fucked up, but I kind of have two
I think I know the
categories
right
for
answer.
people.
I think there's a right answer.
I think there's people. So I have two really broad categories of people who I just find fun, who are just fun like a video game, and there are people who I think are good like teammates, good like squad mates, and I want to like network with you, and I want to be your friend because I think you make me a better person, not just because you're fun to hang out with. So I would say the best friend to me is someone who possesses both kind of an
Editing skills. No, I'm kidding.
listening and editing skills. Listening and editing
an
skills.
apartment.
All I heard was as long as they benefit me.
I think it's trust, right?
It's
No,
trust.
no, no, no. No, it's not. No.
Trust that you're
think-
gonna do me right in the end. Am I right? Money, money, money. All right.
I think the accurate answer is things in common. I think that is the correct answer.
I don't think that's true.
I think if you were to
I think
make one of
things
those
In
graphs
common
with the
is
circles,
kind of bold because I think that it's more like, to me, it's less about things in common, but it's kind of like existing in the same space, which, I mean, yes, I think you could sum up as kind of having things in common, but it's less about wanting the same toppings on pizza and more about like agreeing.
that abortion is not murder. Moiter. You know that stuff you
Why
bu-
did you-
you know that stuff you
Ah,
build brick,
she
that stuff you build brick houses out of mortar.
think abortion. No, I'm not going to say that, she, because women have a right to their autonomy, see? No?
We went through this sexual harassment training, and they had us. It was the other stuff too, but they had us pick like the 5 or like the 10 closest people in our lives, right? And then they had us write down like, I'm gonna fuck this up a little bit, but like age, race, area we grew up in, like a bunch of basic information, and then they had us go through and write that out for all the people closest to us in our lives. And they were making a point of saying like, fuck off. You could tell their training was good because I remember the point they were gonna make. I think it was something about diversity. It was something
And
like
they were
that.
saying,
Racist, 'cause
they
all
were
your
saying,
friends are
Zach,
white.
if there's one thing you need to know to be a good HVAC employee, and then I forget the rest of what he was saying, but it was something motivational like that.
But the thing I walked away from it was all the similarities. Like most of the people in my life, I have one of those things that aren't similar.
Continue.
That's the end of my sentence.
I
And so,
would
and so
say-
I think that things in common is the most important. If you were to be boring about it and like try to have a correct answer, I think that is the correct answer.
I think it's like, I guess I just think that there's like a nuance to things in common because it's like, you wouldn't want to hang out with, do you think you'd want to hang out with another you as an ideal best friend who has everything in common? Because I do think that there's more like, maybe it's more accurate to me to say ability to talk about the same things, and maybe I'm splitting hairs here because
I think that
it's
would
not
be your
like you want
siblings.
common opinions because you want to have some discourse.
He just loves to argue.
You gotta have like one.
I just want to argue.
I agree with you, Zachary.
That's why
like,
you guys are friends
if
and
I'm
stuff in
gonna have a friend,
common.
you have to have like a thing in common, but not everything. I think it's
I guess that's my point, is taken to the extreme.
Sure,
Having
Dick.
everything in common would be bad.
Sure.
So how much do you want?
I'm not saying it. He's saying
No, you're right.
stating what
I'm
he's
looking at
saying.
myself on the camera, okay? I'm self-conscious.
You're looking at me.
I'm sorry
I'm
that
just
you're in
br-
front of the camera screen.
I'm just bringing up another point of where do you think you draw that line? Where do you draw
I
that
don't
line?
fucking know. That's such a vague question.
This is the
Three
Coke or
things.
Pepsi
Three
of vague
things.
question shows.
All right, I'm telling you, I don't have a strong. 4 things. Who disagrees?
No,
Who?
it's not a number.
5. Do I hear 5?
I'm not
What the fuck are we
asking
doing
for a
here?
finite number. I'm saying, is it better to be almost entirely common, or just to be just common enough, but you still have stuff to talk
Mostly
about?
common.
Mostly common.
Yeah, that'd be your siblings.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I was asking.
What do you think?
I think that it's probably better to be closer to half and half rather than
Those
fully
weren't the 2
in
options you
common.
gave me. I just made up a 3rd option and gave
I
it to
didn't give
yourself.
you 2
motherfucker.
options.
Showed you a
I gave you. I presented a spectrum
said
to
2
you.
things.
You're the one who narrowed it down to 2 options. I presented you a broad range of ideas, of which you could have picked any one of millions.
anyone agree with me?
And you chose to
Lily,
operate off
what
of
side
the
are you
narrow 2 options that I gave
I'm on the
you.
side of you're going to be in common with one.
No. This is way more meta than that. Did he give me 2 options or no?
He did, but yes. The,
Fuck you! No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
sorry, I'm agreeing with Julian.
Oh, fuck
And the
no.
fact that he spread his arms to
It's a
create a
spectrum.
spectrum.
Yes.
That is a spectrum.
I did give
Oh, God.
body language
The
that
body
indicated I was talking
Or he
about.
gave body
This right
language
here.
that said a lot of things in common or not that many things in common.
When
Oh,
you
man.
do this, it means there is some level of distance that you can make between the 2 points.
Also, he only gave you those 2 because you're like refusing to play the game.
I think on this mixed media show,
You said that was too complicated, so he gave you 2.
I think the mixed media format translated well. Is what I'm thinking. Next question. All right, is it you? Is it me? Most important trait in a friend? I think it's you, right?
Bitter. What is the biggest deal breaker in a significant other? Probably lying. Untrustworthy.
Yeah, I think untrustworthy is. I mean, even though it's corny,
What the fuck are we doing here?
relationship is totally based off of trust. Like, yeah, why else? I mean, I guess you can have like a really
totally
short term.
answered that.
You
Sorry,
can have short term
I'm so annoying.
situationships for just like fun and stuff. you
Sorry
know?
for interrupting you. I'm legit annoying person. I'm so sorry. Fucking hell. I
That's
read.
not the spiral I meant to say. It's just the spectrum thing, man.
Christ.
I actually wasn't trying to make a
No,
broader
it's not.
statement
No,
at
it's not.
all about
You're
our
fine.
friendship.
No, you're fine. I read the question for you, answered it, and then interrupted you about how I answered the question. And then I just blew my own mind with my own, like, fucking inability to have a conversation. Fucking hell, dude.
Imagine dating him.
God damn, dude. No, you're quiet. It's fine. It works out. Fuck, I'm bad at that. God.
It
And
used to
so
just
you
be more
restart because
even.
I wasn't listening, apparently.
No,
Fucking hell.
Well, on this note, like it used to be more even. We used to cut each other off more equally, but something's changed, and I think it's how we process things. There's something about like I like to think out loud more and you like to think internally more or something like that. So I've started to be less interrupty and more like trail offy, and you've started to be more interrupty because you're thinking on your own. You're like, I've got it. That's where I'm having a conversation by myself.
It makes you feel any
I'm
better.
too
We
dumb
have
for this
problem
conversation.
all the time.
I can bet.
Because we're both talkers. Apparently Megan's quiet, so you can just step all over what she thinks.
No, Megan's a very
It took
supportive
so long.
person.
So Zachary, he
Uh-oh.
needs to think, and he will stop
Oh,
talking,
yeah.
and it like gets to the point where you're like, is he not
Yeah.
paying attention anymore?
Yeah, that's him on the phone. If he's texting or reading anything, it'll take you in 30 seconds to process what I said.
Yeah, I would just get like.
Just listen to our girlfriends talk shit.
We're just talking about how you guys will hyper focus so much that it's like you're in a little bubble.
Do
and
you
we're
do
going,
that too, Zach? Do you do that? Like, if
Hello.
I'm reading a text, so I'll be reading a text, and whenever I'm reading a text, Lily's always got a meme to show me, apparently. But I'll be reading a text, and then Lily notices that I'm on my phone and pulls out her phone and shows me something. And no, but I can't. I'm sorry, Lily. I can't multitask though. When I'm reading a text, it's totally in my head. If Lily's like, Julian, can I show you something? And I'm like, I have to finish typing out what I'm typing, otherwise I will completely forget it. So yeah, sometimes Lily will show me a meme and she'll be like, Julian, are you? And I'll be like, just 1 second. I'm sending this text. And I cannot put it down. I can't put it down after the period. I have to finish the whole text. Otherwise I'm gonna, it's like writing down a stand-up joke. Like I have to finish writing down the joke. Otherwise I'm gonna forget the exact context I made it in.
No, my problems don't come from not being able to. I don't even know if multitasking is the right word, but to use the word in the context that you're using it in. I don't have problems with multitasking. I don't like being interrupted though.
Yeah.
Like it's not a matter of like.
Now I'm giggling.
Well, it's like no. I mean like if I'm like doing a task or something. If she were to show me a meme, it's like show me the meme, but fucking show me the meme and let me get back to what I'm doing. It's not like, oh, I can't look away at what you're doing.
No, I know.
And then go back
I'm
to it. It's
actually
like,
kind of
I'll look
like
away, but I'll
that
be
too.
like, fucking,
Apparently, it
let's wrap
defeats
this
the
up.
purpose of sharing a laugh together if you have to expedite it like that. But I'm totally like that. I'm totally the same way where I'm just like abusive to my girlfriend. No, but where I'm just like I can't. Where I'm just like,
Did I
oh.
say that?
No, you didn't say that at all. I was joking. I was just like...
He was joking.
I was joking.
And you know, I think she was joking.
Come on! I
think
was
we're all
just
just-
joking
I think
over
we're all just a
here.
bunch of jokers. And anytime anyone gets
just a bunch-
confused...
It's a bunch of freaking chuckleheads over here! Hey!
Dumbasses.
Oh,
But
God.
yeah, I can't. I'll do the exact same thing where if I'm like in the middle of a thought I'm kind of excited about or that I'm like halfway through and Lily's like, can I show you this? And I'm like, yeah, show me.
Not always
Show
a
me.
meme.
Show me so I can get back to
You're
the thing.
always saying it's a pointless meme. I'll
No,
be asking what
I'm
you
not
want
saying-
for dinner, and then you're like, it's like a minute and a half, and you're like, okay, what did you say? Like, that's what it is.
I think we need to get the visual. So if we could just play, if you could just redo that audio over.
So, honey,
Oh.
what do you want for dinner?
1
You
second.
said you wanted pizza.
1 second.
It's gonna close. One of the places did close, actually. One time. Julian.
So wouldn't you like realize just be quiet for a second?
I would, but, you know, like, there's a point where, you know, I'd love to, like, fucking not be ignored.
Well, maybe you shouldn't interrupt. Just let it. He's clearly doing something, and he said, "Hold on," like twice.
I didn't say that.
He didn't say that?
Anything.
No, I didn't.
I heard
I
you
didn't
say,
say
like,
what
one
you
sec.
said, but I did not enjoy having it pointed out.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have to.
It is. It's a thing about. No. It's you haven't. So I grew up with my dad, who does the exact same thing.
I didn't.
It's annoying.
Oh!
Julian's
Julian's humor.
started with Megan bringing this up about Zach.
And I was
So,
actually talking
I
about
don't know.
something else. I'm talking about when we're arguing in a conversation. I'm like having a conversation, and he needs like 2 minutes.
No, babe. I'm
All
saying.
right, she's thinking. Yeah, it's completely
I
different.
was doing that example to empathize.
You know what
with
it's
you. Like my dad does the same thing, and it is a lot. Like it's definitely this type of like, oh seriously, you couldn't just for 1 second.
But it's never for 1 second. That's what I'm saying about the let's fucking do
No,
this.
I don't even
it's
want-
never. Oh, this is a dumb.
That's actually-
Like, this is a dumb like boyfriend.
That's totally
girlfriend
personal. I
conversation.
think Lily, it actually
quick.
is for 1 second.
Then let her do it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I can't stop. I'll lose.
I'm on your
everything
side
I'm
now. This is
thinking
fucking
about.
obnoxious.
I'll lose everything I'm thinking about. I'll totally I'll forget the tone at which I was gonna say. I'll forget the moral or the thesis of what I was gonna text someone. I had a whole overarching point to what I was doing, and I lost it.
But Lily's your girlfriend, and everything that she has to say is like way more important than whatever you're doing on your phone.
That was the
That's how I
silly.
feel.
That's the silliest
I'm
thing
not
you've said
joking.
today.
I'm not joking.
You can learn
She's a
about
human
World
person,
War
I
II
don't.
on your phone. You can learn about
Yeah,
you
learn
can.
about it after she
Hey
has
Megan,
the
Megan,
question.
we're making a show on the internet. Let's not talk about like how
Let's not talk-
important real
yeah,
life
all of you,
conversations are. Okay.
Put this shit down. What are you doing, you fucking nerds? Pay attention to your girlfriend.
the camera.
Getting
Your
deeper
girlfriend's
now.
talking to you. She's behind. You need to notice. She's gonna leave. No, I'm just-
One day you're gonna be focusing.
Wake up!
And poof, I'll be gone.
Then no one will ask you what pizza place you want to go to. How would that feel, Julian?
To be fair, I know what pizza place he wants to go to. It's the deep dish place that's $50 a pizza.
It's good. Have you been to Delfino's before? It's $50 for one pizza.
Because it's deep dish?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Okay.
Correct, Megan, correct.
It's like 2 pizzas. That's why.
That's why I like it so much. 2 for the price of 1. Am I right?
Oh, it's 2 for the price of... It's 1 for the price of 2.
It's 2 for the price of 4. Am I right? Delfino's, Chicago style, going straight into my arteries.
What Megan was talking about is like we'll have a conversation and she'll ask me a question and it's just like that question of it was that simple pleasure question where I'll just
Yeah, he just sits there.
I'll really think about it.
But he doesn't say.
I'll really
how
think
he's-
about
He's
it.
not thinking out loud. He just sits there.
Very much so. I think Julian's doing a bit, but I'm spiteful, so I'm not gonna lean into it.
I'm sorry, what were you saying about simple
I fucking knew it. I should have leaned into it. I'm sorry.
I know, it's okay.
I saw that and I was like, the disrespect.
Don't stop, we go straight to the top. Don't stop, we go straight to the top. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that dude. I am that. Don't stop, we go straight to the top. Don't stop, we go straight to the top. And we all going together.